Hello there, beautiful people of the internet. I'm John Deere, and this is How to Use Guitar Pedals with Drum Machines. Helping me today is going to be good old Dr. Rhythm, Boss's, all analog, still cheap, super duper drum machine. But the good doctor does have one problem, and that's that her sounds, they sound kind of, a little bit 80s. Everything except for that good old hand clap, because everybody likes a hand clap. So it's kind of cheesy. None of the sounds really work all that well on their own. But if you add some guitar pedals to the mix, now you have something very, very tasty. So first, what I do when I'm making my John Deere Dawless live jams is I take Dr. Rhythm and I program the good doctor with something that's a little bit sparse. So you want to try and leave space for all the other gear. And if your drums are too busy, all you get in the background is psh, 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 and no one wants to hear that. They really want to hear is two things. They want to hear boom and chock. So this brings me to my guitar pedals here. So what I got is 3 in a row. They're all Boss, because what else are you going to put on Dr. Rhythm? And first is the Super Octave, the OC3. I'm kind of cheating a little bit with this rig, because this is, a little bit more modern. But when you add this, your boom, she booms. And, that's a lot tastier. Like that is a lot more fun than that. So next down the line is, the famous, the dirtiest, the Boss HM2. It was also released in 1983 alongside the JX3P, the DR110, and the Boss HM2. Roland was on a blue streak in the 80s. But this HM2 is really, really powerful in this situation for one really big reason, and it's the EQ section. So not only does it have a metric poop load of gain, we also have an EQ section with plus minus. So when they're clocked at noon, they're not doing anything, and then when you clock it all the way to the right, it gives boosts, and when you clock it all the way to the left, it cuts. So I usually want to start my jam with them clocked at noon and the distortion off, because as soon as you turn on the distortion, the whole thing, it's like adding noise on the synthesizer. Next down the line is a Boss PS2 digital pitch shift delay. It's an 80s delay from Boss. There's lots of fun that can be had just by changing the mode switch as you're playing. So you turn it on, you set it up so it's making some repeats, and then you just flip the knob and you get garbled weird noise. So let me turn it up here. Yeah, and simply by turning this knob, you can get all kinds of different noise. The second knob is the fine pitch. It's kind of better with the delay if you don't actually know what the knobs do, and you just sort of do it without looking. Let the sound do the feeling until you find the place where it wants to be. This one, I gotta be careful with. There's a dry wet at the end here that cuts it right off. Okay, so we got it kind of bouncing a bit, and now I'm gonna add the Super Octave, and now we really got a boom for our boom chocks. So up next we add the heavy metal. And now you can hear that EQ section kick in just with it dry. So here we go. I'm gonna turn up the bass a bit more. And now we got the bass. But we also need some chocks. Otherwise, it's just boom, on boom, chock. So here we go. Chock, 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 chock. Okay, lots of fun. think we get the picture here. So yeah, keep your patterns simple, because then you could add stuff here. Like, this is where you add your checks. And at this point, with the delay and all this distortion, I don't really have control of it. And there's no reason to either. Like, that you can be using a 550 or a 6 or any of the other modern like PCM drum machines. The idea is just to use what you got and hit the clap. Oh, that's fun there. So when you turn the knob, half the fun of the delay is just like messing with the sound and seeing what you get here. There is really no wrong way to do this. I think we're pitch shifting right now. Yeah, there's some delay. So yeah, we can do things like cut out the chocks. Now it's just boom. And what I've done there is rolled off the high EQ on the heavy metal. Now I'm bringing it back. I'm gonna cut bass. Now we just got treble. Oh my, that's a very angry robot there. Oh my, you know what it needs? Some boom. And there it is. That is how you use pedals. And like, honestly, it doesn't have to be these pedals, doesn't have to be Boss. This is what I have because I'm old. You're gonna look for, when you're looking for pedals to add to this rig though, you wanna look for ones that change the pitch. You wanna look for pedals that have lots of, like an extreme EQ curve, that have lots of gain. And you're gonna be looking for delays. Some people use reverb, but I find that reverb just like clutters the sound a bit. And you know, with your drums, because you're adding delay, you've already made an effort to keep it sparse. You want to leave room for the synths, right? You can also like mess with, you know, the tempo here. Bring it down to a slow grind for the finish. Yeah, you don't even notice it for a while. And then dry. Like, it's a big beat. It's a big beat. Boom, boom, chop, boom, boom. Merci, thank you very much. I'm Jean Deere.